The Denver Broncos are currently tied with the Philadelphia Eagles for the longest active win streak with 5 games. What in the world is happening? It's a good day, a good week, a good month to be a Denver Broncos fan. What's up, everybody? Welcome to E5280 Sports and Lifestyle presents Between the Lines. I'm Kim Becker, and we're going to roll through what went down in Colorado sports last week and look ahead to this weekend. A couple fun games to definitely have our eyes set on. Now, the Denver Broncos have definitely shown both the national media and fan bases all around that they are a team to be reckoned with. They take on the Houston Texans on Sunday, and they are 3.5-point underdogs against CJ Stroud and the Texans, who are coming off of a tough loss against the Jaguars last week. You know, the Broncos have just been a team that have showed resilience, grit, and they have shown that you don't have to make sudden changes mid-season to get the results that you desire. Vance Joseph, after that 70-20 Denver Broncos loss against the Miami Dolphins, was being called to not get on the plane. He was being called to be fired in the moment. Everybody was freaking out. Well, guess what? The Broncos defense have 15 turnovers in the last 4 games. That is the most this franchise has had since 1989. That is before I was born. The same season that Vance Joseph's defense gave up 70 points. They now only have 15 turnovers in the last 4 games. It's pretty incredible if you ask me. Now, the defense allowed Miami to have 10 touchdowns in that game. Yes. However, in the 8 games since that, the defense has only allowed their opponents to score 15 total touchdowns in 8 games. I mean, that is just a drastic change. I think Vance Joseph deserves some credit. I think all of the leaders, the veterans on this defense, the new guys who have stepped up, they have seriously come together. And I don't know what's going on in that locker room, but whatever they're doing, it's working. And this hopefully will continue. A lot of the national media, including Good Morning Football, also talked about how Sean Payton probably knows what he's doing. And maybe he knows a little bit more than us talking heads and us media folk have said, because of course, when the Broncos started the season 1-5, a lot of people had a lot to say about Sean Payton and how much money the Denver Broncos spent on him, and Russell Wilson, and how much money the Denver Broncos spent on him. Well, look, both Russell Wilson and Sean Payton are doing very well for the Denver Broncos. Russell looks in prime condition right now. He is playing so well. He is holding on to the football when he needs to. He is letting go of it when he needs to. The football just looks intelligent out on the field. Now, I was in the press box this past Sunday. They just look like their football IQ is high. They know what they're doing. They know what's coming. It just looks very clean. This was truly probably the most complete game that I have seen the Denver Broncos play in person this year against the Cleveland Browns last week. So it's just been really exciting. Now, of course, they also have a target on their back after the whole Kareem Jackson thing. So there were several calls against the Broncos defense that were a little questionable, but hey, you know what? They're still finding a way to win, and it's extremely exciting. So it's the Sunday morning game this Sunday in Houston against the Texans. It's going to be a big one. Can the Broncos get their 6th straight win? We will find out. The Denver Nuggets are undefeated at home. They take on the Houston Rockets on Wednesday night. They are 12-6 overall, which is pretty exciting. Only a 1-game homestand against the Rockets, and they hit the road for 4 games before returning home December 14th for a regular game. But in between that, the in-season tournament will continue on December 6th as the Nuggets take on the Clippers in Los Angeles, and then they will host the Rockets yet again back in Ball Arena on December 8th. The Colorado Avalanche are on a 4-game win streak. They hit the road for 3 games this week. Tomorrow night in Phoenix, they will take on the Coyotes. Then they'll head to Anaheim to take on the Ducks, and then Los Angeles to take on the Kings. Then they will be back in Ball Arena to host the Ducks on December 5th. Now, this weekend at Ball Arena, just a little tidbit of info I will leave you all with. Disney on Ice is in town, and I skated with Disney on Ice for 10 years. It's an incredible show, so if you're looking for something to take your kiddos to, maybe just to enjoy with some friends, there's some great skating in it, really good Disney stories, great characters. It's really a fun night to be had for all, so that's just my personal humble brag there. Disney on Ice at Ball Arena this weekend. I've got some friends skating in it, and I promise you it will be a good time. I'm Kim Becker. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you right back here next week for another episode of Between the Lines.